Hey, everybody, welcome to the middle of the semester. Now is the time in our class that we start really working on our final project. So we're not going to do it, one big thing at one time. We're going to piece it out a little bit. And so I want to share that with you because we're going to get started this week to do that. On your screen, you're seeing a marketing plan outline. Now, this class specifically is for small business owners. So it is the very first marketing class that you take in our entrepreneurship program. It is also required for digital marketing students. So it's also the very first marketing class taken for digital marketing students. Our final project is for you to write a marketing plan for the business that you're starting or have started or are thinking about starting. For our digital marketing friends in the class, it is a perfect opportunity for you to start working on what marketing strategy and what marketing plans can do. And I would encourage you specifically to, if you aren't really in it to start a business, you want to work as a digital marketer for another company, I encourage you, for the purposes of our marketing plan project that we're doing, to do all of this as if you were going to start your own digital marketing firm. All of these steps, all of the questions that I'm going to make you ask yourself over the next few weeks until the end of the semester, all of the little written assignments that will go in the marketing plan, all of them, you will be deep diving in your world once you're hired as a digital marketer, all of them. So start forcing yourself to deep dive into all of it. Likewise, for our entrepreneurship major friends in class, same goes for you. For most of us, as we start a small business, we will be our own marketer. And if you learn nothing else from this class, it should be that not everyone is part of your target market. And two, you really have to figure out not only who your target market is, but what they need and why they need it from you so that you can communicate that out. Because you need to let everyone know, hey, look, I'm here. I'm selling the thing that you need, and I'm better because of this reason. And we're going to look at all of those questions over our time together. I want to go over, I'm not going to go over in detail this whole plan, but I do want to show it to you. And then I'm going to show you the first part that we're going to do. A marketing plan is not written in order. So it has an order, but we can't do it in order. So you're going to see me bounce around the rest of the semester. So one, please save this. I have it in Blackboard for you. Make sure that you print it, save it, commit sections to memory. You get the point. But we're not going to do it in order. In fact, the very first thing that's listed first in a marketing plan is actually the very last thing that you do. So so we've got an executive summary, which is like the book report of everything that we've written in the plan, hence why you can't write it until the end. Then there is a mission section that includes your business description, mission statement, value proposition, and marketing mix. Then we move on to the customer analysis. Who is the customer? And we deep dive into that target market. We have already talked about things like segmentation and target markets once and market research in our class. You will see target market again for a 2.0 version of that. Then we go into the market. So you've got this target market. Now I'm going to ask you to tell me how many of those people exist. Back to not everyone's part of your target market. Not everyone needs what you're selling. We need to find who the people are that need you. And then I'm going to ask you to dig into your industry a minute. We're going to try to figure out how many of those exist in your area. And the example I put here was daycares. If I'm opening a daycare, I need to know how many daycares are in my area, and I need to learn as much about them as possible, which is what we do down in the competitor analysis section. We also, you see here that we have a company analysis. We're looking internally at ourselves, and we're like, who the heck are we? Who are we? What does this look like? What are my goals? What do I really want to do? Because if you haven't opened the business yet, your first goal is probably just to open the business. And that's phenomenal because that's a hard step. It's a big thing. But then we got to really start digging into those goals. Like in the first year, are you hoping to make, 10 grand, 100 grand? And we need to be realistic with that. Okay, so we've got goals, then we've got a SWOT analysis, and SWOTs can sometimes be hard. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. It's really hard for some of us to talk about what we do good and what we don't do good. And then to understand that the O and the T, the opportunities and the threats in a SWOT, you have absolutely no control over them, but you've got to be able to see the big picture of your market or of your area to know, there's an opportunity for me, or that's a big threat. So a big threat being if there's a law going to be voted on in the next election cycle that significantly impacts the industry that you're trying to get in, you need to know that. That's a threat. Okay, so we'll get to SWOT when we get there. Competitive, so the competition part of this, there's two sections. Competitor and then competitive advantage. Competitor is all about them. It's you shopping at their store, looking at their social media pages, discovering what ads they're running, finding their pricing structure, who is it that buys from them, and we will get into all of that. And then there's the competitive advantage. It's all about you. It's all about you and why you're better. Because if I can buy that thing somewhere else, you have to stand out from them in some way. And we have to figure out what that way is. So, again, we're not going to deep dive into all this. But this week, first, I want to dig into A, B, and C. Business description, mission statement, and value proposition. I need you to be able to put pen to pencil and explain what your business is. Now, this is not a sales pitch. This is not you using fancy words that you're going to solve all the people's problems and make them feel beautiful. That didn't tell me what you're selling. I need to know what you're selling. So this is you describing that. And I will do more explanation in our assignment. The mission statement, it's one sentence. It answers 3 questions though. And so you've kind of got to get, you kind of have to get it down and then make sure that you're writing it in the right way. The last thing is the value proposition. What value are you creating for your customers? Because if there is no value, and value is subjective, if there is no value, what's the value of using Amazon? 1 and 2 day shipping, hands down. That, and they literally have everything on their website. There's value in that. What is the value of your local hair salon that's just, a block away from your house? Location, maybe you know that person personally. There's value in that. We have to figure out what your value is. And we actually have to talk about what that value provides for the people that buy or that need the thing that you're selling. It's short though. It's not 2 paragraphs. It's like 2 sentences. It's a proposition. It's a statement of things that you're providing. So I'll have more information about that in the assignment itself. But this week we're going to do just A, B, and C. We're not doing D. D is a separate assignment. Okay. Again, we're kind of going to bounce around a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to put this in Blackboard, and there will be more information about the assignment also in Blackboard. But If you're writing a marketing plan, this is your outline. Second, you're going to turn in the marketing plan at the end of the semester. For some, you're going to want to just delete the directions of each section and type your work in it. If you do that, that's totally fine. That's what this document's here for. Leave the paragraph headers. If you don't take anything away from this video other than this, let it be this thing. When you're writing business documents, that means marketing plans, business plans, memos, whatever. Always use paragraph headers. This is not an English essay. I'm not asking for MLA formatting, la-da-da-da-da, whatever. Do not hide information in long paragraphs in business documents. Label that stuff. Paragraph headers are your friend when it comes to stuff like this, okay? So what you turn into me will include the paragraph headers that I've given you here. Because of that, you may want to just type in this outline that I've given you, delete the directions, and then type your answer in so that you're kind of keeping yourself organized and you know that the paragraph headers are there. Totally fine. You can type your own too. I don't care as long as you're using those paragraph headers. Hear me? Don't let me go hunting and looking for your answers, especially if I'm not entirely sure what it is that you're trying to tell me. So, paragraph headers. If we were doing this for a company, because sometimes in this class, I actually pull in a company in our class and we interview them and we write a marketing plan for them. If you're writing a marketing plan or doing market strategy for another company, there would be one thing added to the bottom here, and it would be recommendations. Recommendations based on these goals that the company had, okay? So, keep in mind that the point of the whole marketing plan is not only to kind of get your thoughts organized and on paper, but more than that, to kind of be this document that you update, that you check, that did we meet our goal? Now we see the plan, we see the goals, what's our next step? And then you devise strategy to do that. If you see that your competitors are running these ads for these markets and they're growing and growing and growing, then it's time to dig into them, and maybe we need to learn more as part of our market strategy about them and see how we can pull from that market. So we're not going to do it for another company, but I want you to see big picture. This is not just a boring document. It's something to keep you focused. It's something for your business to use to grow. If you're writing a business, a full comprehensive business plan, it actually goes inside of a business plan. There's a whole marketing plan inside of a business plan. That's what this is. So keep all that in mind. Anyway, I'll give you more information in the individual assignment. I just wanted to go over the marketing plan. We're going to be using this almost every week from now until finals. So don't lose it. Okay. I'll keep it in Blackboard. Make sure you print it, save it, whatever you got to do. All right. If you have any questions, holler back and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.